founder of Veloxity. I'm going to start the presentation by asking you guys to do something that would normally be rude during the presentation. Take out your phones and check out your battery life. So my phone is actually dead too. It's been dead since 5 p.m. today. And according to Veloxity's market research, the average battery life in this room for this time of day should be 32%. By the end of the event, 9 p.m., we expect the average battery life to be 18% in the room. Now, with these stats, you guys can put away your phones now. With these stats, you can imagine that some of you already have a dead battery. I do, he does, and that is quite problematic. I'm going to have a hard time getting home without an Uber. God forbid I have to take an actual taxi cab. And, I can't use my Groupon voucher tonight at a restaurant. I can't connect with my friends and so on. You guys get the point. It's no mystery that a lower dead battery causes anxiety for consumers. And this is where Veloxity comes in. We provide a universal charging solution for events and venues. Now, the company was started by myself, my brother, and my fellow classmates at Mountain University and UMass Lowell. Our flagship product, which is featured here on the slide, is an automated charging system for multiple devices. So it features 6 individual lockers. Each locker charges 98% of smartphones, is big enough to fit tablets. Hopefully soon enough we can charge your Suno device. The system also features a 19-inch LCD touchscreen, obviously for the user interface, but also for marketing, such as branding, sponsorships, media, all that. Now, the charging station itself, the one you see here, it has a keypad. It's free to use. When we first started out the business, we actually tried to monetize the service with a credit card processor. And we still have that model, and it's been quite receptive at bars, casinos, and other entertainment venues. This particular model has been more popular at hospitals, universities, convention centers, movie theaters, you name it, the list goes on, and the market is really big in the US. We've had a lot of success in the events industry renting the charging station to conferences, conventions, trade shows, exhibits, festivals, and so on. And our rental business has been so hot this year, we didn't even have an available charging station to bring here for you guys tonight. And I could have really used one. Some of our major clients listed here, we have Harley-Davidson, Ritz-Carlton, Xfinity. More recently, we have Verizon Wireless, Smart Source Rentals, American Blue Ribbon Holdings, and soon enough, Boston University. In a few weeks, they're going to roll out about a dozen of our charging stations across the campus. And unfortunately, it's going to be made exclusive just for BU students. You'll be able to use their IDs to charge your phones at any given time. So the value of having a Veloxity charging station, it's a lot more than just putting a smile on a customer's face. With the charging station, a venue or an event will see an increase in foot traffic, retention rate, and brand loyalty. We entered this industry about 18 months ago with an innovative idea, introducing the first locker-based charging system. We hope to continue innovating in the industry to maintain a competitive advantage. One of our initiatives includes introducing a UV sanitation system inside the lockers. I don't want to scare anybody, but your phone is actually dirtier than your bathroom toilet. We anticipate this innovation will be very receptive in the healthcare industry, where we already have a lot of clients telling us, sanitation is important for them. Our second thing we're working on is an interactive advertising platform. On the LCD screen, the user will be able to watch a video, take a survey, or like a Facebook page to get their free charge. And lastly, we're looking at a mobile app. And let's just say you're walking down the street in Boston, and your battery life's at 5%. It's going to ping you that down the street at this bar or restaurant, they've got a Veloxity charging station, and now you get to charge your phone, and the venue gets a customer. So there's a lot more I can there's a lot more I can tell you about Veloxity. So if you have further interest, you can email us at inquiry@veloxity.us. Check out our website, veloxity.us, or come speak with me during the break. And I appreciate the opportunity to speak today, and thanks to the sponsors for making it all happen. Go ahead.
So I could anticipate a problem where, for example, this is an event venue and a phone inside one of the lockers rings. Have you thought about, for example, jamming the signal or something inside the lockers?
Not necessarily, but what we have thought about is a phone pad. So one of our clients actually requested, I think it was in a hospital, that we install phone padding inside the lockers that would actually somewhat soundproof the system. Because vibration inside the locker could be disruptive. But jamming the system, jamming the phones, that might be just too much for us right now.
I think there are already like mobile charging stations, like those pocket size that you can use. You can charge like several mobile phones. So I'm just wondering, like this compared to that, like will be really cumbersome to use.
Yeah, I mean, we did a lot of market research before we introduced this, and we found that in the U.S., there's not a lot of people actually have those portable devices. When we go out in Asia, everybody has those portable devices. For whatever reason, the U.S. market has not been receptive of it. So that's really all I can say about that. And in most cases, people will actually use this when they find themselves, at the hospital where they didn't even consider bringing anything. Go ahead.
How does someone recover their phone if they forget the password?
Well, quite simply, we have a tech support line, and if your phone is, if you forget your passcode, you can call one of our guys. We have remote access to the charging station. We'll verify that you are the owner of the phone, and we'll open up the locker for you. In addition to that, whoever owns the charging station will have an access to the back of the charging station where they can manually open up the lockers.
Why lockers? Because they have these things, again, kind of to her point, like at all these different airports and everything that you can just plug in your USB and it charges it like 5 minutes, 0 to 100 in 5 minutes. Why lockers?
So let's just say you're at the airport.
Yeah.
And yes, you can't charge your phone, but now you're actually tied down to being aware of where your phone is and staying with it, instead of going around the airport shopping. And this is what the airport wants you to do. They don't want you to be sitting at an outlet. They want you to spend more money in the stores.
Okay, and does it charge it wirelessly, or do you have to plug something in?
No, you have to plug it in. Wireless charging is inefficient at this point, so it makes sense for us to, require the plug-in because it's a much faster charge.
So kind of piggybacking with that question, public charging stations is pretty popular these days. Big comment. So, who is your competition, and are they doing anything like this? Is it something that's been developed already?
Well, when we first entered the charging industry, as we like to call it, we were one of the first with the locker system. And since then, our top 3 competitors, they all introduced a locker-based product. Now, everybody's trying to find their niche in the market. Some are just dealing with retail, some are just dealing with events. We're focusing on really anything at this point. It could be events, it could be universities, hospitals, whatever. And like I mentioned, we are working on some innovative things that would further give us a competitive advantage. We hope within 2 to 3 years, all these public charging stations will be everywhere and free for everybody to use. All you have to do is watch an advertisement, or take a survey. And none of our competitors are really pushing that model so far. Go ahead.
If it's free for everyone to use, how do you get paid?
We get paid because whoever, if you watch a 30-second ad, we get paid for you to watch that advertisement. If you take a survey, we can now sell that survey data. Go ahead.
What are your revenues today?
Last year, which was our first year, we hit 150,000 sales. This year, we're already at more than that. So it's going to be a pretty good year for us. We have a lot of partnerships in the pipeline, and we're going to hit $1 million this year by the end of the year. Go ahead.
So you're mentioning that you have this touch screen and you kind of do the advertising. If I buy one of these things, how do I change what's on the screen?
Well, it's quite simple actually. It's about a 5-page instruction manual for everything. We also have a training video. But the advertisement you can change manually by plugging a flash drive to the back of the charging station. You can play videos or images, or you can actually, like I said, it has remote access from your laptop. You can check the usage or change the advertisements. Go ahead.
You said you have an app. Do you rate your charging station, so that you can plug it in, your app is actually communicating with the charging station to provide additional information or get an additional feed?
Well, it's a good idea, and we're actually in the development of the app. And our initial intention for the app is to make everybody aware of where they can find the nearest Veloxity charging station. But if we have that app, you bring up the good point, we could also extract more data, more information.
Payments, you could do biometric authentication.
Yeah, and then we could also do like a loyalty program with that as well. Which is a good idea.